A grown man was looking at me, and you're mad. I'm a hoe, cause you're 60-year-old old man. 60-year-old. I'm gonna post you. 60-year-old old man. You're yelling at me cause you're a 60-year-old. How did I walk around in my house with my clothes on purpose? It's not his fucking house. What's wrong with you? You're weird. You're one of those old ladies who will sit there and let your husband touch her kids, and you're like, oh, I just love him so much. I can't let him go nowhere, so I'll let him have my daughters. I'll let him touch whoever he wants to, as long as he touches me a few times. I hope so. I'm talking about yours. I'm talking about your boyfriend. I'm talking about your weird boyfriend. Your weird boyfriend.
This video rubbed me the wrong way. One thing I don't like is competitive women, and one thing I don't like is women who treat their daughters like crap. And another thing I don't like is the fact that a lot of you guys are so boy crazy, men crazy, male centered, that it's insanity. Guys, I advocate for men, so I understand what it feels like to love and care for men and cherish men and all that good stuff. I don't support cheaters. I don't support abusers, and I definitely don't support men who like little kids. Those 3 things or 4 things should be literally, your pee-pee should be cut the fuck off for even doing stupid shit. I don't support stuff like that, and I never will. The one thing that you should do as a woman is protect your baby cubs at all times, even when it's your own man. I know it's probably the hardest thing you have to do, but what would you rather do? Watch this man stare her down? Watch this man eye her every single day until he actually does something to her? And you know what's even sicker? The fact that you watch this man time and time again, and you're gonna go and get mad at your daughter always. What happens when her body fills out? What happens when she wants to wear certain clothing? That shouldn't allow somebody in your own home to be a predator. Now, I understand when a daughter goes outside, she should dress a certain type of way because there are weirdos. A lot of you guys have this mindset of men should control themselves. That's not the way the world works. And if you keep going along like this, there's a lot of videos I've seen of men grabbing girls' buns in public and stuff like that because you have it all out, or recording you. So please, the way you dress is your resume. If you want to go out there, titties out, thong out, by all means do that. But in your own home, if my daughter wants to wear shorts, spaghetti straps, crop tops, she's in her own home. Your home is your safety, your security, and where you should feel like, you could take your coat off and be fine. Why does your daughter have to be in a survival state? Why does your daughter have to look over her shoulder? You should make sure you pick men who respect your daughters and their bodies. You make sure that you pick a man who would never look at your daughter in that way unless he's protecting her. Make sense? Why are we allowing these things? And then why are we flipping the script and popping off on our daughters? That doesn't make sense, because hypothetical, let's defend the man. Let's go against the daughter and defend the man. Get the fuck out of my house. You're trying to ruin my man, this and that. Now, what happens if he does something else? What happens if he becomes worse? Now, you kicked your daughter out. You disowned your daughter to keep a man that was no good. How do you feel now? Even worse, right? And then once you destroy that girl's heart and you can't mend it, don't try to go back to her. Don't try to, hey, honey, remember this, remember that. Keep that energy. One thing about a lot of you mothers that have that tainted, fucked up mindset, keep that same energy. Keep it rocking when your daughter's done fucking with you. I'm sorry, I would much rather be alone and die alone than to be with a man who's a fucking weirdo. And if I have to tell you one time to stop looking at my daughter, it won't even have to be a discussion. If I look at you and I see you're getting aroused or you're looking at her in any inappropriate way, you got to get your stuff and go. Because the last thing I need is me sleeping and you slip into her bed and do something to her. Whose fault is that? Mine, because I knew what type of motives you had, right? Me personally, dead shit the moment it starts. Let's not wait until it becomes an AMC theater up in this bitch and now you have to show out because this man has gotten out of hand. You see what I mean? There's certain times where I feel like women do not think logically and you guys don't put your best foot forward, because there's women out here that the moment a man even looks at their daughter or lays a finger on their daughter, that woman is out. And those are the women I respect. And I don't even want to hear, it's easier said than done. If you're one of those women defending her, I can see what type of woman you are. You enable perverts. You enable sickos. And you ride alongside of that. So don't sit here and say that men and this, men and that, when you are a mother that does this. You're jealous of your daughter. You're competing against your daughter. Weird. And calling your daughter a hoe and all that. How? I looked at the girl's page, you guys. She's wearing a regular crop top and shorts. I don't see how that's, to me, that's not bad. I could understand if she had nothing, nips out, you know what I mean, G-string, she don't have none of that. I looked at her profile thoroughly. What am I missing here? My daughter had a crop top on and shorts. It's her house. This is my home. Nobody should be allowed in my home if they are looking at my kids in a certain type of manner. And even if I was to be married or with somebody and my husband had friends over, why are your friends looking at my daughter like that? They're not allowed here no more. When my daughters, if you have to tell your daughters cover up, she's not the problem. I'm telling you right now, she's not the problem, because your daughter can cover up and he's still going to look. And I will say this in a non-rude way. Let's be real here. I'm sorry to be very blunt. The mom is old as fuck. She's old, wrinkled, and has a body built like a tamale. No man is going to want that after some time. I'm telling you that right now. Men will naturally look at other women. I'm being so serious. Why would you not take, and I'm not saying this to be rude, take care of yourself as a woman so your man has eyes for you? That's one thing that a lot of women, I feel like people don't like saying this, but it's true, y'all. Men are visual creatures. Keep your body looking nice. Keep yourself looking good. Keep yourself up to game. Why? Because you're not going to feel insecure about other women, because you look good as well. Women who don't take care of themselves, let themselves go, and they look old and ugly and their bodies are fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, y'all, but think about that. You're going to have problems in the future with competing against women. You're going to have problems with getting old, and you're going to have problems with looking at other women, and you're going to feel in a competition type of mindset. So I'm not solely blaming the mother, because, you know, she needs to freaking get her stuff together, because like I said, kids happen, age happens, we all get old and stuff like that. But the way you take care of yourself matters. Stop having this competitive mindset with your daughters when you can actually work out, take care of yourself, and find yourself a good man who loves you. There's women out here who waste their 24 hours working out, taking care of their bodies, and putting their best foot forwards. Then there's women out here who are lazy and don't do that. And I don't even want to hear, I got kids, I got this, I got that. There's women out here who have a lot of kids and still do it. Your excuses don't go with me anymore. Sorry. Like I said, mental health, caring about your body, and caring about your appearance should be a number one thing, especially when you know for a fact you have to look good. I'm sorry. And people don't want to believe this or want to hear it. That's that. I don't care. But I'm going to be honest, y'all. Let's not be with men like this anymore. Let's take care of ourselves as ladies and protect the women that are around us that we care about. Because the last thing you want to do is call your daughter a liar, call your daughter a 304, call your daughter a hoe, and then she gets raped by that man. You still going to have that same mouth? You still going to not defend her? Instead of competing with your daughters, take your daughter to the gym with you. Instead of competing with your daughters, love your daughters. Instead of dating guy after guy after guy and pee-pee after pee-pee, maybe we should take care of our daughters. If we don't know our daughter's favorite color, her love language, what makes her happy, what makes her depressed, but you know every single guy you fucked, everything about them, our priorities, it should not be pee-pee no more. It should be our kids. I find it funny that women center men so much, they forget they have kids. Mama, it shows. You still got kids? Handle that. I don't respect the woman in the video, y'all. I'm sorry. Her doing that to her own daughter is crazy, and calling her a hoe, your own daughter, man.